Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? I've learned some very valuable lessons, as we all have. We all have learned very valuable lessons, but I want to share some with you. One of the most valuable lessons I learned, and it actually came recently, and it's helped me reflect on the past, and it's given me a new outlook, a new perspective. But one of the lessons I learned recently is experience. Experience is what you get when you get what you don't want. Okay? That's all experience is. Experience is what you get when you get what you don't want. Um, I, like many people, have in life received a lot of what I didn't want. And it left me, and I'm sure other people, upset, disgruntled, feeling unfair. Life isn't fair. The world isn't fair. Well, what about them? And what about them? And it's unfair for this and it's unfair for that. And it caused me a lot of strife and grief because I was so concerned about the elements around me and why was I in my situation and other people had it better than me. Um, but what I failed to realize was how important it was for me to be my own man, be my own person, and be on my own timeline. It's so important for me personally. I don't know how anyone else is, but me personally, to not compare myself to other people, for lots of reasons, but to focus on my own experience and understand what that means for me personally in my timeline, because um, my failures only lead me into the direction of my successes, but only if I continue to try. If I take a defeat and I turn it into, oh, well, what about so and so, and poor me and woe is me, instead of, hey, how can I turn this into a positive? Or, hey, now I know what not to do. What do I do now? So it was a very valuable lesson for me to reflect on my own experience of getting a bunch of what I didn't want. So now it's an invaluable thought process of experience. What is this teaching me? What is this showing me? My life is like no other life, so why am I comparing myself to someone else? It's an impossibility for me to walk their path, walk in their shoes. So focusing on me and my experience and the lessons that are being taught to me and shown to me, are so much clearer and so much brighter when I focus on my experience and what I have received that I didn't want, and how I view that. And like I said, instead of viewing it in a negative way of, oh, poor me, I didn't reach my destination, is just a bad mindset to have, a poor mindset to have, when really it's not a failure, it's a redirection toward the correct path. So just think about that whenever you are in a situation where you feel like your circumstances aren't where they should be, or where they comparing it to somebody else. Hey, just forget all that. Experience is what you get when you get what you don't want, and that is okay. Having experience is invaluable. You cannot replace experience with anything. You just can't. Nobody can mirror your experience. So your experience is probably your leading asset, and you need as much experience as possible, because it's more valuable than anything else you possess. Your experience is more valuable than anything else you possess. So looking at experience and looking at negative things, or things that you didn't want, or outcomes or circumstances that you don't desire, is not a negative thing. In fact, it's probably the most positive thing in your life right now. And as soon as you make that switch, and as soon as you turn that experience into a stepping stone instead of a boulder that you carry and a weight that you are trying to support, set that down and stand on it and move on to the next challenge. I promise you, experience will be your greatest ally, and your greatest weapon, and your greatest tool to get what you do want. So get out there and get some experience. All right.